We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on exactly? If you are,
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. That prince on your screen, his name is Jemari Palmer, and he's living in the Withorn area, in the parish of Westmoreland. Prince Jemari, you are celebrating your birthday today. Your dad, Desmond, he's asking us to big you up on your special day. He's saying that he is going to ensure that today you have a magnificent day. I have no doubt that your father is going to be ensuring that today you have a wonderful birthday and may you live to see lots more. In today's video, we are still at the Suarez Brothers Circus. Continue to sit back, continue to relax and continue to enjoy the show. But first up, this one is sketchy and we are going to be updating it in a subsequent video. But that man on your screen, his name is George McKella, but he was popularly known as Rasta or Mackie. He was a journalist living in the Sandy Bay area of Hanover. We are told that Rasta's body was found on the Sandy Bay beach early this morning. It is suspected that he drowned. Like I said, in a subsequent video, I'm going to be updating this report. Stand by for that. In this report, yesterday afternoon, Wednesday, February 26, about 1 o'clock, a farmer was clearing a section of a farmland to plant some crops at a farm at Dunbeholden in the Portmore Police area in the parish of St. Catherine when he saw some skeleton remains along a dirt track. As a result, the police were called. The police, they visited and processed the scene, and an investigation is being carried out to ascertain who the skeleton remains belongs to and how the person died. As soon as more information becomes available, I'm going to be updating this report. Stand by for that. This one, it took place yesterday afternoon, Wednesday, February 26, at minutes to 4 o'clock. It took place along the Leamington Main Road in the Betheltown Police area in the parish of Westmoreland. So, what we are learning is that a man, his name is Richard Bennett. Later this year, on October 18, Richard, he would be celebrating his 56th birthday. He was a businessman and he was living at Ridgeberry Road in the Richfield area of Connecticut in the United States of America. We are learning that yesterday afternoon, the Leamington Main Road was wet because some rain had fallen earlier. Richard, he was driving a black Toyota Vitz motorcar heading towards Newmarket direction, and our information is that Richard, him did a burn-up road. He was going very fast. On reaching a section of the road, Richard, he was about to go around a left-hand corner, but due to how fast he was going, he applied his brakes to slow down. The car, it skidded across to the right section of the road, flipped about 3 times and fell into a precipice. It landed on its top at the bottom of the precipice. Richard, he received serious injuries and passers-by assisted him to the Black River Hospital where he died at minutes after 4 o'clock whilst he was being treated. Sad indeed. In this next report, I carried a story yesterday and I told you about an incident where a man was shot and seriously injured late Monday night, February 24 at minutes after 11 o'clock. It took place at East Street in the Savannah Lamar area in the parish of Westmoreland. So the man who was shot is that man on your screen. His name is Mark Watson, but he was popularly known as One and Mark. He was a fish vendor who sold fish all over the parish of Westmoreland. One and Mark, he lived at East Street. He was known as One and Mark because years ago, he and a guy were involved in a dispute right in front of what used to be called Vandel back then. Ping's Fabric is now at that location in Savannah Lamar. So Mark and the guy, they were involved in a conflict, and the guy, he used a machete to inflict a serious wound to one of his hands, resulting in him losing it. The guy who chopped him ran away to another parish and was never charged. So One and Mark, he was before the courts on a murder charge, and here is the reason. In January 2021, two men, one called Changa and the other one called Ratty, both of them had a conflict at Hudson Street in Savannah Lamar when Changa, he used a machete to inflict a serious wound to Ratty. Ratty and One and Mark, they were very good friends. So on Monday, January 11, 2021, One and Mark, he gathered up some guys, including one of his sons, and they went to Changa's house to avenge Ratty's chopping. Now, I am not sure whether or not Changa was there, but Changa's brother, Delroy Grant, also known as Juney, he was attacked and seriously wounded by the group of guys. Juney, he was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital and he was later transferred to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he died on Saturday, January 17, 2021. One and Mark and three other males, they were arrested and charged for killing Juney. One and Mark's son, he was never charged, and word on the street is that One and Mark, he assisted his son to flee Jamaica and he is now in a foreign country. One and Mark and his co-accused, they went to court and they were eventually granted bail. Now, like I said, that matter is to be called up in court next month. So the question is, was Monday night's attack on One and Mark a reprisal for the killing of Juney? Monday night, February 24, at minutes after 11 o'clock, One and Mark and one of his sons, they were at home when two hoodlums went there, kicked off the door and opened gunfire, hitting One and Mark to the right side of his face, his right shoulder and the right side of his chest. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on foot in the area. Luckily, the 15-year-old son, he was not hurt. The police, they were called and they rushed with One and Mark to the Savannah Lamar Hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. But yesterday afternoon, Wednesday, February 26, One and Mark, he succumbed to his injuries in the Savannah Lamar Hospital. We are told that One and Mark, he called the names of his shooters before he died, and the police, they know exactly who they are. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, listen me now, listen me. You see on this channel, our quest is for justice. Not everyone who is killed is right. Not everyone who kills someone is wrong, because there is something in the law known as self-defense. And I'm gonna be bold enough to say that in this incident, this was a clear case of self-defense. And this is not me taking one side of the story. The incident was captured on video, and I'm gonna be showing you some parts of that video. That man on your screen, His name is Rodroy Powell, but he was popularly known as Mr. C or Jerky. Later this year, on October 14, he will be celebrating his 55th birthday. He is called Jerky because for over 30 years, he has been a jerk chicken vendor. He lived at Farm Pen in the Savannah Lamar area of Westmoreland. So, like I said, Jerky, he has been a jerk vendor in the Negril area for many years. On a daily basis, in the afternoon, he would leave his home and he would head out to Negril with his seasoned up chicken and other stuff so that he can sell his jerk chicken in the nights. Yesterday afternoon, Wednesday, February 26, Jerky, he took a Toyota Voxy being operated as a taxi, and that taxi was being operated by a guy named Shadwayne Ellis on April 19 coming up. Shadwayne, he will be celebrating his 37th birthday. We are told that Shadwayne, he's a taxi driver and he is from the parish of Manchester, but he's living in the Geneva area of Grange Hill in the parish of Westmoreland. So, Jerky, he took Shadwayne's taxi in Savannah Lamar. He put his goods in the trunk of the Voxy. On reaching Bay Road in the Little London area, Jerky, he asked Shadwayne for a stop and he bought a bag of fire coal. He then put the bag of fire coal in the back of the Voxy that Shadwayne was driving, but it is said that Jerky, he used the bag of fire coal to dirty up the back of the Voxy. Shadwayne, he told Jerky to take out the fire coal and come out of the taxi, but anyone who knew Jerky, they will tell you that him always a push badness. Jerky, him bad up Shadwayne and told him that him nah take it out and him nah come out of the taxi. Shadwayne, he drove off with Jerky in the Voxy and it was pure bad vibes between both of them on the way to Negril. About a few minutes to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Shadwayne, he drove into the Negril bus park. Jerky paid him, but Shadwayne, he decided to charge Jerky $100 extra for the goods he had in the back of the Voxy. As a result, Shadwayne, he did not give back Jerky the $100 change he was expecting. Jerky was there demanding his change, and his change was not forthcoming. Now, if you look on your screen, there is Jerky and Shadwayne. If you look closely, Jerky, he had a knife in his hand, and you're gonna see him grab away Shadwayne's vehicle key. Shadwayne, he then opened the trunk of the Toyota Voxy and took out a machete. Now, even with the machete in Shadwayne's hand, Jerky, he was still advancing at Shadwayne with the knife until he stabbed at him. Shadwayne, he then make one chop in Jerky's face. It was not 3, 4 or 5 chops like some persons were saying. Shadwayne, he then jumped in the Voxy and drove away. The police, they were called and they assisted Jerky to the Negril fire station where he was attended to by the paramedics team. They later transported him to the Savannah Lamar Hospital where he died whilst undergoing treatment. We are told that Shadwayne, he gave himself up to the police last night and he is now in police custody. But my view is, this was a clear act of self-defense. Jerky, he make badness get to him head and gave away his 3 points. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing if we just unite. What a country this will be if we just unite. Jamaica live in unity if we just unite. What a country this will be if we just unite. mash up Jamaica.